walk through again, what is the difference between what I'm doing on Grok or ChatGPT or Claude, right? What does a GPT mean? What does an agentic workflow mean? What do agents mean? What's the definition of an agent? What's their application? Like, I am confused, right? So Jason, you spend time with every level of tier. I saw you yesterday. You're in it all day. I mean, you're using everything, right? When we speak about AI first, Jason, you're AI first. I love that. Can you walk us through that again? What is the difference between all of these things? Because people, I think we've always said this. There's so much change every week. There's something happen. Although I think it's starting to cool down, at least for the last week.
Yeah,
it feels
like the past week or so.
We can breathe.
But I expect something come big with NVIDIA. They're having their big conference this week, so I know that they've released some really interesting products, but and competitive models and things like that. But I think, yeah, it's been a quiet release on the foundational models releases and new services. But yeah, I mean, it's very tough. It's a new emerging. It's moving faster. This technology is moving much faster than anything we've seen in the past. We would typically go on 18-month release cycles of new releases coming out. Now we're on like 18-day release cycles of something new coming out. So being able to understand that is hard. I don't have all the answers. I know, some things that are working, some things that are not, some things that are still emerging and have the potential to really be extremely valuable to companies. But let's start breaking that down. So you've got your generative AI models, the ChatGPTs, the Claudes, the Geminis, the DeepSeeks, and all of those. And those are really passive AI models. They're waiting for you to provide an input to it, and it will then provide you an output. And that output can be many different things, from code to, a paper to an email, all these things that will help you solve a problem. So those are passive. And where I see agents going is agents are more active. They're working behind the scenes. They're waiting for a trigger to happen. And then they take that trigger, whether that's a time-based trigger, a document is seen, and it will go and process that and be able to perform actions. And within there's two different phases. There's the agentic workflows, where it does a consistent step-by-step decision-making process. And then you have what people are defining as agents, where it is not a defined step. You're asking the AI to make the decision on how to perform that action. So that may be, we can talk about our podcast prep. We have an agent that goes and researches the internet for the most current topics of the day. And it will go and it will identify that. It does all of the research, and then it generates a agenda for us to speak about and gives us some of our talking points. It is not consistent. It is not something that it is defined every day. You must go to this website, you must do this processing, and then you must get this output. It's got the ability to be very autonomous on how it solves that problem. So I think that's kind of the way that I bucket those three right now. But someone could release something that completely changes that mindset in the next day or so.
Yeah, spot on. That was super helpful. And for those that want some more help, Jason, you spent a lot of time on the building side of agents, right? Reach out to Jason. It's Jason Hess. He's on LinkedIn, right? If you need any help, or if you can't get a hold of Jason, which he's always on it, so you will, you can always reach out to me too on LinkedIn, or go to our White Glove AI or the AI executive page on LinkedIn. Feel free to leave a message in there, and we'd be more than happy to help you and navigate through just these different tiers of AI, right? So exciting. I know we only have 5 minutes. I'm excited later on this week, and I know the episode won't release till later next week. And I know we've done some other recordings, but I'm actually going to be talking to Liam Darmody, who is huge on LinkedIn. Everyone go check him out. He's all about the personal brand. That is the buzz right now. So there's AI, and then there's what's your personal brand. And so for those of you out in the audience, go look him up. And if there's any questions you'd like for me to ask him, make sure to reach out to us. You could always DM me or leave it on our comments or anything like that. Jason and
yeah, but you want to talk about, we've got a bit more consistency going on with our podcast and our release schedules, and we've got just a great list of
Whew,
agenda
we're
of
busy.
people coming. Um,
Yeah, let
but
me shoot out
so
some names. Do you want me to shoot out some names, or what are you
yeah,
thinking?
let's go ahead and do that. Let's talk about what our podcast is going to look like for the next couple months.
Yeah. So everybody out there, we have a huge list. I'll talk about some of them. I know there's some that we have under wraps that we're ready to rock here soon. We want to definitely put a big push as we get closer. But we just spoke to Melissa Kraft, the CIO of the city of Frisco. We have Chris Lee that will be coming on. I believe he's and correct me, Jason. So sorry, I for some
He's
reason
the
it's not
CIO of the
See
city of
Louisville,
Louisville.
right? Yeah. Okay, got it. Then we have Liam Darmody, who will be jumping on. So he's all things LinkedIn, or actually some other platforms, but personal brand and huge presence, huge followership as well. Then we have Paul Carney from Perpeta. Very excited. He's been playing in the AI space and very vocal about it. Then we have Stefan Bomer. I'm so excited. I've met him a couple times being up here in Dallas, and we're actually going
Yeah,
to
very
the
similar to
World.
you. He's a CFO that's AI
That's right.
first.
Exactly. So for all of you in the finance side of things, very excited to go through, and so we'll put him in the hot seat, right? I'm sure I'll have some challenging questions, and I'm going to go deep with him. And then we have Ryan Strong from Stones AI. So there's a lot of sexy, exciting things when it comes to AI, and very similar to Doge or the government entities around the risk mitigation, loss prevention, compliance. Not a lot of people play in that space. I'm so excited for Ryan and Dave over at Stones AI. They'll
And
be jumping
Ryan's going
on.
to have a great conversation. Every time we have coffee together, we have some really thought provoking conversations,
I
which
was gonna
we've
say he
told
goes
each
deep.
other we've got to just do it on the podcast and just debate about a lot of topics of where things are going and what we
Right.
think. And so he's a fun character.
Yes. And I don't know if you've seen him recently, but that beard is getting big. Shout out
Oh,
to Ryan, right? I'm sure
and
you're
the
always
mustache
watching.
too. Don't forget about
The
his
mustache, that's right. And sometimes he says, sometimes I curl it. I like it.
yes.
And then really excited about conversation with Jason Wells and Natalie Rhodes. They're over at Adaptable AI in partnership with Now CFO. So they're based out of Salt Lake, Utah, and they're doing a ton of things, right? I need them on the show because I wanted people to see what's going on under the hood. There's a lot of fun things going on in the city of Salt Lake City, and you'd be surprised how many AI businesses are there. I was so surprised. So we're going to be having them jump on as well, and not just on the building side of things from AI tools and how you can create close. And we do a lot of things with Lucid as AI. So they're doing some similar things there, but on the sales front, CRM front using AI, and then also financial tools with a company called Fintuition. Then I'm really excited about those in the marketing space and on the business development outreach. We have Steve Aurora from Signals. I believe the
Oh, nice.
website is getsignals.ai. I can't wait, and I'm hoping actually we do a little bit of a demo potentially because people need to see what we're going to be talking about. So really cool stuff there. We have Travis Zebro from Momenta Fire. Again, for those of you in the marketing space, Samantha in the background, and those two, Steve Aurora from Signals and Travis Zebro from Momenta Fire. You're going to love that piece from creating GPTs, right, or agents to be your marketing liaisons or content generators, right? Not to spill too much of it, but it was an entire outbound team, right? International team that was helping with content creation, editing, right? Proofreading, etc. And when we jumped in, we were able to outfit them with GPTs and agents so that in this case, fortunately and unfortunately, they didn't need to spend on all the payroll. And it got really good. And actually, I'll just stop there because there's far more things that we
Oh
did with
yeah.
them. And
But I
we'll
think the
chat about
great
it.
thing is people have been asking for more episodes. People have been asking for more. So we'll be doing the long interview podcast on Monday. You'll
Right.
have Albert, Nick, and I every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We've got some ideas cooking for what to give you on Friday mornings, but we'll keep that under wraps until we're ready to officially announce and share with you what we're going to do. But the more you guys ask for it, the more content we'll create for you.
Yeah, and if you want to be on the show, reach out to us, right? That doesn't necessarily mean we'll always pick everyone just from the sake of time and just how the themes and industry themes work. but we'd love to chat regardless if it's not on a podcast. We'd love to chat with you
You
and see
can
how we
jump
can
on
help
the
out.
daily news, and we can talk about different things. I know
Oh,
we've
I
got a
love
few
that.
people queued up to talk about AI and boards that I think would be perfect for these quick 30-minute updates.
So I know I know we're pressed for time here, so I won't go to the rest of the list. Right, we have quite a few guests I could have went. That was just half of it so far, and so I'll switch gears here just to close us out, Jason, if you don't mind. And so, y'all, thank you so much for joining on. That is it for the AI Executive Morning Buzz this morning. That was some great topics, Jason. Thank you so much, Samantha, behind the scenes. Thank you. Big thanks to Nick. I know he's out in Phoenix, right, at a certain conference right now. So we're so pumped for him. He was just with the SMU crew too. So make sure to follow us, by the way, on our platform so you can see what's going on. I mean, we're going to conferences, we're going to events, right? We're having chats, we're having podcast episodes roll out. There's a ton that we're releasing. So thanks again for joining us. As always, as we say, stay curious, stay innovative. Jason mentioned our run of show Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the Morning Buzz, 7:30 a.m. Central, and then we'll also be releasing our episodes each or just about every week or every other week. So excited! Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.